tell me, when did the idea start percolating to bring your mother's stories to the screen? How long had this idea been in the works before you actually got to bring the project to fruition?
I'm a stand-up, so I spent 35 years treading the boards and being on TV and stuff, telling stories about my family. My family is insane. 7 children, just crazy. Too much food on the table. Never eat anything bigger than your head was the only advice I ever had from my parents. They never get no sex education, nothing. So I always thought it was really funny. And then when I stopped being a comedian, became an actor and did Othello and played Troy Maxton in Fences, I realized that there were stories to tell that weren't just about the humor, but were also about this extraordinary thing of leaving a country where, although the sun is shining and you're working on a farm, you can't feed your kids. You know, maybe you're in a violent relationship with somebody. Maybe there is a new life, a better life, a different life that you can find if you leave the bravery of leaving your home country to go to a perceived motherland and then arriving in that place and realizing that, oh, they don't know us. They don't know who we are. They don't know where Jamaica is. They don't know why we're this color. They don't know why we've got a British passport. And so I thought, this is worth telling this story. And I was very blessed to have Russell T Davies as my mentor throughout the early stages of the writing period. And then it was just extraordinary to find out who was going to play these characters. And of course, when I saw Rochelle Neil as Leah, it was like all my Christmases had arrived at the same time. So I'm very, very grateful and feel very, very blessed.
To say that, by the way, I literally every time I'll bet him like $5 every time he says something nice about me. So
Rochelle, then what was it for you when you read the script that you heard about the project that made you say, I need to be involved?
Well, it was the first time I'd ever read a script that was so close to my own family history, my own heritage. My grandparents did exactly the same thing. They made the journey across. They heeded the call from the motherland. So that was massive for me. I can remember reading it and just being floored. And then, of course, the writing was wonderful. It felt very authentic to Jamaicans, the humor, the vibe, the energy, the wholesomeness. And then finally to play a character that you just see her blossom. She has such a journey and such an arc from episode 1 to episode 6. What a gift as an actor. Like I just felt very honored, very excited to have the opportunity to do it. It was one of those jobs actually that I thought I probably won't get this because it's so good, it's so great. How on earth, like, you know, I'm probably way down on the list of people. So it was just one of those things that when they said yes, I was like, right, let's go for it, you know?
And Lenny, how did you and Russell T Davies link up for this? And what was that experience like working together as collaborators?
I think I auditioned for Cucumber and didn't get it, but I liked him when I met him and said, we're going to be in touch. Don't you worry, we're going to be in touch one day. And I think I sent him an email. I'd had a few scripts knocked back. You know, this is the writer's lament. There were quite a few scripts that didn't get made, and I was a bit down. And my partner said, why don't you write to Russell and ask if he'll mentor you? So I sent him an email, and 2 seconds later, he replied and said, I'm in. And we just sat down for 4 days, and he said, what do you want to do? And I kind of went, I want to tell the post-Windrush story. Everybody talks about Windrush, but nobody talks about post-Windrush. 10 years later, my mom arrived in this country and nothing much had changed. So the people's attitude towards a black person hadn't changed. The problems at work hadn't changed. We're right in the heart of Macmillan saying, you've never had it so good. It was very much a patriarchy, but women were strong. And the idea of these 3 women bonding and making a pact to look after each other really resonated with me. And anybody who's watched Godfather 2 or Moscow on the Hudson or Fresh Off the Boat will understand this idea of moving from here to there for a better life for their kids. And I just leaned into it and tried to tell the story as truthfully as I could.
Just 3 weeks and we'll be in England.
What if England don't like me?
It's too far to swim back now.
Instead of hope in the line.
My little sister Chantrelle.
So I make your journey all this way to England.
I'm actually here to assess a potential husband.
And make a decent home for children. I want to be a star.
You're back to Africa?
Why you never tell me how bad it was here?
If I am to stay here, I'll need to find somewhere to worship.
This place is kind of like a church to some of us. You might find spirits inside. Yeah.
walks the line.
Mama Gladys used to say that my British passport was a golden ticket. It's our mother country. You belong here as much as we do.
Open your eyes.
Well, it is beautiful in the way that it came across on screen. I'm sure it will make your mother very, very proud. So thank you to you both, and I'm excited for everyone else to get to see all the episodes.
Oh,
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.